I started watching Rue's Whiteboard Wednesday videos, and I was like, okay, somebody's finally explaining the fundamentals in ways that make sense.
When you come to Surf Simply, you definitely make a lot of improvements during the week when you're here, but you also get homework and you can work on that at your local break until you come back the next time.
One of my very best friends, who is my surf buddy, had come here 2 or 3 years ago, and then we came together last year, and that's how I found out about it.
My friend Aiden, one of my closest friends, who's actually here on this trip and was one of the catalysts for me being here, said that I should come out and try to surf with him.
Oh, bro, that's beautiful.
Oh, wow. I started surfing when I was 14. I took lessons from Richard Chu, who was the 1968 longboard champion. So in my town had recreational surfing lessons.
I started surfing with my cousin back in New York. He put me on a shortboard and we paddled out, and it was, there were no waves caught. I could barely sit on the board and balance. So basically it was a completely negative experience, but I was very inspired that he never gave up. And actually part of my motivation was Rue and his Whiteboard Wednesdays on his YouTube channel. That was definitely an inspiration for me. And at some point I was like, I want to come and surf at Surf Simply.
My mom actually got me into it. I think she was starting to surf for her 40th birthday present, and then she got me and my little brother into it. Yeah, so I think the first time I came, it was really like a crash course on all the foundations. There were things I had to correct and like bad habits I had. And then also just like understanding the why behind some of the things I was already doing. So that was kind of the first time. And then I feel like this time was really way more focused on kind of like the technical aspects of like carving turns and pumping and just that like next level up of like where I really want to get to and understand where the next step is for me to go. But I think also this is just an amazing place to be and my happy place, honestly. Like, it's just so much fun, and like to be able to surf so much in a whole week is just like the perfect vacation. My parents really liked the YouTube videos and also the podcast. I think they've literally listened to every single Surf Simply podcast. Like every road trip, it was just Surf Simply podcasts, basically.
Thursday the 5th of September 2019. My name is Harry Knight, and with me today is Will Forster.
Hello, everybody.
Jesse Carnes.
Hello.
And Rue Hill.
Hello, everyone.
Tell me, who was your coach this week and what have you been working on?
Oh, my coach was incredible. Gabriel was amazing. He never made fun of me, no matter how bad I looked on video.
The more we look, the more we're going to determine how long are we going to hold this term. Okay? There we go. Perfect.
You know, you think you're doing something, but you see it on video, and then the coach explains like these details. Like,
remember that wave wants to push you off the back of the wave, and you almost don't get in there. Yeah, see right there, you kind of get hung up a little bit. There's two things we can do, and they're kind of different options to make sure that that wind doesn't push you off the back.
Like, you don't know what you're doing in the water until you see it, and the coach breaks it down for you.
All this time of my surfing, concentrating on catching waves. And then, so at Surf Simply, I learned that you can actually do things on the wave. And it's crazy because it's like a whole lifetime. I have a whole lifetime ahead of me of learning more things about how to surf. So I'm really grateful to Rue and Harry for figuring all that out.
Wave selection, choosing the right waves. And then the ability to actually hunt down waves was a big part of this week.
Our main coach was Derek.
You know, I'm in education, but he is a person that you can tell like genuinely gets energy from helping people and seeing them learn.
Hell yeah. So I was thinking if we are going to keep that aggressive of an angle, probably want a few more turbo paddles to make sure that gravity grabs you and pulls you down the wave.
I also loved meeting Justin as, you know, one of the newer coaches. You know, he brings a lot of fresh energy, and I'm an academic, I'm a professor, and he's also an academic, so we that was nice. So that's one of the other things I love about Surf Simply is I feel at home as a fellow nerd. There's a bunch of nerdy surf people here, and you don't see those in the lineup most places we go. Yeah.
This year, I feel like I connected more with almost everyone, invariably. I mean, Gabby always goes above and beyond. Amaya, definitely. But this year I felt just a really cool sort of cohesion among everyone.
Oh, right. So I had dry January. So I had beautiful mocktails, which were wonderful. So there's no pressure to drink, and that was really great. I was paired with a woman named Liz, and she was super stoked on surfing, and we totally encouraged each other.
So it is a community with the coaches, because you come back every year. It's the same coaches, it's the same staff. It's like you're amongst family, but also you make connections with your fellow students. So you see students come back. Our very first session, I met a very good friend, and he happened to also be in San Diego, and we're surf buddies, and we actually frequently communicate and talk about surfing and frequently keep in touch. And
I think it would honestly do a disservice to this place to just talk about one of the services. Like, I think what makes this place special is the aggregate and the way that everything is integrated and works well together, starting with the facility. Like, I think the facility is the foundation of everything, right? It's really hard to not be in a great mood when you're in such a beautiful place.
I think like the fact that everyone is just here to learn and here to surf, it's like there's that bond, and I think being able to kind of cultivate those friendships that actually last Surf Simply is pretty amazing.